can you help us define just exactly what you're seeing coming? Or actually, we're already here.
We're already here. I trust that most of the people who are tuned in tonight have listened to previous shows, and so they have some idea as to what the Mayan calendar is about and the various levels of consciousness that have been built by the Mayan, or according to the Mayan calendar, and they have built a stair step of consciousness, and we are walking those stairs according to a very specific schedule. And if you're not familiar with that basic understanding or foundation, then I suggest that you look at the archives that are there on Mitch Batwood's site, or come to my website at www.mayan, M-A-Y-A-N, magic, MAJIX.com, and read the information there or listen to the archives to get more filled in. Because what we're going to be going into tonight is the actual application of this Mayan calendar's schedule on what is happening today and what will necessarily follow. And we're not going to go into all the basics.
Okay, good. Well, let's do that then. Let's launch right in, Ian. And I guess we could look at this as a several-part series, folks. Matter of fact, I can't think of a better way to address these issues as they're unfolding. And I agree with Ian 100%. Instead of taking the time to build foundation, go to his website, find out all the information you want, and then as I bring Ian on, I've decided to bring Ian on at least once a month. And as we get closer, as events escalate, I'm going to have him on every other week. So, Ian, take us to where you'd like tonight.
Well, let's talk about the third night and what sorts of things happen during the third night.
All right.
And I'm changing phones. There we go. Okay.
That is better, yes.
Okay. The third night is when new consciousness or new expectations of humanity, when new expectations occur, then that expectation lasts, it's like an exuberance when this realization comes. But then there's the space of time before it manifests. And that turns into dissatisfaction.
Yes.
It's called impatience.
Yes.
And that's exactly where we are at this stage of consciousness in the Mayan calendar, is in impatience. Everyone's had this experience in their personal lives. And you know that your state of mind during impatience is not very rational.
You know,
it's reactionary.
Yes. I was just going to mention, Ian, that a guest I had on a few weeks ago, her name is Solera. She wrote a book about 1111, The Doorway, and the way she described it is that many of us have been waiting for a green light, if you will. I love the way she put it. It was a great visual. And that is in our journey. In other words, we have some intuition, we have some concept of what's going on. We might even know of what parts of it might look like as we move along, at least in our hope and faith. And we, those like me and you perhaps, have been getting all these often red lights, stop, and sometimes yellow lights. But we're very pensive, and tonight, as you say the word impatient, for the green light. Please, take it away.
Well, everyone gets their own internal signal. And I guess some people are getting their signal earlier than others. For instance, there are those of you listening to this program, and you are listening with a particular consciousness that is definitely different to all those people who have not tuned in. This is a self-evolution. This is not by chance. This is by choice. And we are making that choice.
Sometimes
we are paying attention.
Yeah, we're making that choice, and sometimes begrudgingly, because of the discomfort it often causes when we do change, when things change.
Be thankful that you are recognizing the source of the changes. Even if the changes appear bad, it's good that we're identifying the source. The more we identify the real root of the problem, the closer we are to the solution of that problem. And that's exactly what's happening right now. During the third night is when consciousness becomes impatient for the solution. This causes revolutions and civil wars every single third night. What happens during the third night are systems which are now consciously flawed. In other words, people are aware of the foibles in current systems.
Yes.
It's during the third night that those systems fail in every previous cycle.
Yes.
And we are witnessing that right now.
Yes.
Not just economically, not just politically, but ecologically as well.
Yes.
The weather is going straight to Armageddon.
It's hard to disagree with that, Ian. But as you know, my stance on this is that it's cyclical. Not to get off into all that.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Is these huge cycles.
Yes.
That are telescoping. In other words, instead of this cycle being 400 years long, like it was when Egypt was getting torn apart, and Greece, and the War of Troy, all happened during the third night. Then in the last one, it was 19.7 years. And there was the Spanish Revolution, and there was the French Revolution, and there was revolution in Warsaw, Moscow, in Russia. There was revolution in China, in India, in Japan, with the samurai, who were they were determined not to let Westerners or Western consciousness into Japan, and there was a huge, long civil war there.
Yes.
And then there was the U.S. Civil War during the last third night. There is no mistake here. There is a definite reason that the incorporation called United States,
yes,
is a reason that it is divided right down the middle in consciousness.
Yes.
That's exactly what this period of time, in this particular cycle, is supposed to do. It is supposed to tear everything down to its most basic elements and be fully examined.
Yes.
That's all that's going on here. And it's not comfortable.
Right.
People are so afraid of people finding out their secrets through Big Brother.
Yes.
That is a tension. It's a source of fear. Well, I got one question. What are you doing with those damn secrets in your pocket? You've got to get them off.
Time to get rid of them, to shed our skin, to find our place of integrity, empowerment.
And become human. Humans are able to make mistakes and recognize that and move on from them. Not sit there tight, hiding them.